Well, hello pallet lovers. In this week's episode, I'm fixing my planer. As you can tell, this thing is pretty old. There's a few cosmetic pieces. The exhaust port is damaged. But thank God, I managed to find a spare in the trash. There's also some internal components that are damaged. So let's open this critter up and let's see what it looks like. Well, there's a lot of dust, but minus that, let's take a little bit of a deeper look and look at the blades. After a quick little cleaning, you can see that the exhaust fan, which basically pushes the dust out, is completely open. This thing unfortunately sucks, but not in the right way. And it's not even stable, so I can't even attach the collector hose. So let's take off the propeller, or impeller in this case. A couple of screws to take off. And once the screws are off, it just pops out of place. Even the screws are completely filled with sawdust. It needs a little bit of a cleaning. So taking the new part from the new old planer that I found in the trash, this should be a whole lot better because this particular piece isn't damaged. It actually looks brand new in the other planer. And it looks like the impeller that I was using before is actually the better one, so we'll stick to it. And quickly put that critter back in place. Lock that in so it doesn't turn. And we'll give it a little bit of a turn here. There we go. That should be good. And the other part of the assembly. Now I'm not going to bore you with the details, but those 3 clips that you got to close, or the other 2 are in very awkward places. But once you manage to close those, then it's time for the screws, which go in just fine. All of the screws in my current planer, or maybe 3/4 of them, my planer was secondhand, and I think the last guy went to the gym a little bit too many times. The heads were stripped. But even a strip screw remover couldn't do the trick. I actually broke it. So then we take out the heavy artillery, the Dremel with a cutting disc, and finally managed to get a couple of those ones that I couldn't get out no matter what. Those screws were stripped bad. 4 of them. And I also broke my screwdriver. But hey, once that's done, I take my blades, which are still very sharp and not rusted, and reinstall them in there with fresh, non-strip screws from, again, the other planer. That part actually goes pretty well. And we do that for all 3 blades. Quick little cleanup, because I am going to put a part here that's supposed to seal all the dust in there. So that the impeller can do its job and actually push the sawdust out. A mosquito was in my way. Sorry, mosquito. So removing the wire guide from the older planer, both of them, because mine were completely damaged, I installed them onto my planer, the good one. So this is good because finally that wire won't be in the way anymore whenever I have some boards going through it. And I actually finally fit that exhaust port. So thank you, garbage planer. You've done your duty. And now sealing this critter up. And you're going to be ready for your first test. Since my exhaust port works just fine, I try it out by hooking up a vacuum but not turning it on. And it works like a charm. Those boards are coming out looking very nice. Exactly what I expected from a fully functional planer. Yeah, I know, my electrical cord is in the way again. I noticed that from the video after. But you have to admit that that wood looks pretty nice when it's coming out. It's no longer that gray color that it used to have. A couple of visits through the planer and that wood looks just like brand new. Well, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And I hope to catch you next time. See ya.